Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to the 2016 Tatts Finke Desert Race presentation evening being presented by UBET. My name is Damien Ryan and I'm one of your co-hosts here this evening. Bit of housekeeping before we get started. Please, no smoking within the building. The courtyard outside to the left has heaters and audio coverage if you need to have a gasper. The toilets are located out
stream in race control, as they provide the results via various means and run a system that underpins our event. Their motto is, "There is no plan B," but there are lots of variations to plan A. Many people ask me why I've been involved for so long with this event, which in the eyes of Damien's only half his time. I've been involved for 20 years, and why do I like it so much? I suppose there's three main reasons. It's the volunteers, both short and long term, that get the passion and then get infected with it. We have people that pass through for a week heading north, we have people that pass through heading south, but they all pass through and stop on this weekend. The competitors, I get to mix with the very best competitors that there are, the very quickest in the world and the slowest in the world. Yet all of them have a story to tell and none of them lack any passion. And thirdly, it's the friendships that we make and that I make personally with those, many of which will last a lifetime. Some of those friendships have been forged through tragedy, both to family and friends, but that only makes those friendships stronger. And there's a number of people here tonight that have become very close to me through their own personal tragedies. I come back like many of you. It's the people and it's the stories that we share. And tonight, we hope to share a few more of those. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd now like to just acknowledge the other committee members that I work with. Damien Ryan, who is our Vice President, been involved with the event on and off for 39 years. Claire Ryan, his daughter, is our club secretary. Peter Flink, Kate Ernest, Daniel Sawyer, Deirdre White, and there's our office administrator, a part-timer, Giselle Greenfield. I think those people deserve a round of applause. And finally, I'd like to thank the 6 2016 as-built Finke Desert Race Grid Girls, who themselves are all volunteers, some of whom... Hey, steady on. You'll get your dog's bike shortly. So, I'm watching you. All of these are volunteers, and some of whom have paid their own way to be here tonight and volunteer their time for the event. They are Stephanie Rains from Darwin, Bianca Connor from Darwin, Brooke Shembry from Alice Springs, Rachel Marie from Perth, Talisha Beattie from Perth, and Jordan Lucas from Melbourne. You will see them throughout the evening. At that point, I'd now like to invite Damien Ryan back to start the presentations. Thank you.
Thanks, Yoffa. I'd like to also recognise our gold sponsors at this stage who assist us in putting this event together, and that's Telstra, Northern Territory Link, and Chubb Fire and Safety. In a few moments, these pretty young girls down the front here who've been working extremely hard all weekend are going to assist me with the presentation of dog spikes to the extreme four-wheel drive. Can you go to the tape?
Drive with engines not exceeding 6,000 cc for petrol engines or 7,200 cc for diesel engines.
Thank you. I'll just find my correct space on the page here. And when these competitors' names are read out, we invite you to come up and collect your very treasured dog spike, the spike that says you survived this year's event. So in the extreme four-wheel drive class, the following collect a dog spike: Kent Battle, Heath Lawson, Stephen Riley, Trevor Hanks, Stephen Kidley, Chris Jones, Philip Jones and Anton Jones, Matt Gardner and Andrew Spedding. They are the finishers for this year's in the four-wheel drive extreme. Yoffa, would you please come back and join me now to start through the presentation of these trophies? Thanks, girls. That's all for this lot. I'll get you to present. All right. So we're going to move into the extreme four-wheel drive, and third in this class, car 812, Stephen Kidley and Chris Jones in the Chevrolet Silverado Chevy 6000cc in 6 hours and 9 minutes and 4 seconds, third place. Come on up, fellas. Get you to stay on stage with the others to get a photo, eh? Move across over there. Good. Second in class, compared to 807, Stephen Riley from Victoria and Trevor Hanks from Western Australia. 5 hours, 59 minutes, 40 seconds. I'll get you to stand over the other side. Thank you, Chief. And first in class and the 2016 champion in the extreme four-wheel drive, compared to 883, Kent Battle and Heath Lawson from Queensland in a time of 5 hours, 45 minutes, 51 seconds. How are you? Good, thanks. Who's going to speak? Yeah, okay. Will you get your gear? Yes. Congratulations. Yeah, sure.
Just like to thank a few people, obviously the volunteers and committee for this whole thing. This is my 4th year out here now, wouldn't miss it, love it. Obviously my family and crew for getting up every morning, cooking, following us around, working on the car, everything like that. Girlfriend for putting up with me, Lucy. Nortrans for all the fuel and truck and everything like that. Climax Industries for my suspension. Excellent job, always helps me out every year. Brinks Performance for the motor, and obviously my navigator Heath did an excellent job. It's been a pretty terrible couple of years, but it's good to finally get it done. Thank you.
Can you all go off this way for photos in here? Follow them off this way.
You want a selfie with me? Or?
Over here for a photo as a group, right? Good on you, fellas.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, good on you. Now if I could have some of the Asbill grid girls out the front here to assist with the presentation of dog spikes for production four-wheel drive.
Production four-wheel drive. Production four-wheel drive with engines not exceeding 6,000cc for petrol engines or 7,200cc for diesel engines.
Would be handy. 7. Okay, thank you. We're now going to present the dog spikes to those finishers in the production four-wheel drive class 7, and they are Ben Nixon and Tom Marguerite from South Australia, Toby Hagan and Bernie Webb from New South Wales, and Amy Chapman and Lincoln Stout from Queensland. We're now going to move into the place getters in production four-wheel drive. Our third place went to competitor 768, Ben Nixon and Tom McGrich, 7 hours 58:35.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you, mate. Second place in competitor 750, Toby Hagan and Bernie Webb from New South Wales in a time of 7 hours 55:32. And our winners and champions for 2016, competitor 702, Amy Chapman and Lincoln Stout from Queensland. 7 hours, 8 minutes, 39 seconds. Now, you're going to say a few words? Well done, congratulations.
Thank you. Whew. Well, I'd just like to first of all thank my major sponsors, so Cooper Tyres, fantastic tyres throughout the weekend, and of course my major sponsors, Perrott Off-Road Racing, Mum and Dad. Wouldn't be able to do it without you, so thank you very much. Also Chapman's Dyno Tuning and family as well. Awesome navigator, Lincoln, thank you for sitting beside me, even though we had no shocks today, so it was pretty, how you going? My husband Clayton, thank you very much for helping out with the car. Just everyone that's involved in the event and all the organisers, thank you so much, it was awesome. And just congratulations to all the other competitors, great weekend, so thank you.
Good on you. Congratulations. We're going to get you to have a photo taken on stage. So if you just walk back over with the others, yeah, and they'll do the photo.
Well, that was the first couple of classes. Now we're going to see a highlights clip. And if you're watching at home, you're watching the 2016 Tatts Finke Desert Race presentation night, thanks to UBET. And congratulations and thank you to AVE who have shot that, and you will see various bits of highlight footage all through the night and an extended package towards the end. Damien.
Yeah, we're now going to move on to the presentation of dog spikes for the Class Extreme two-wheel drive.
Extreme two-wheel drive. Highly modified two-wheel drive with engines not exceeding 6,000cc for petrol engines or 7,200cc for diesel engines.
So our dog spikes collectors in this class, the Extreme two-wheel drive, I'll go through the list. We have competitive 435, Clayton Bestman and Zach Bestman. Sir Racing is Leighton Sir and Joseph Nabzella. 408, Mark Lacey, Jack Hunt. 404, Laird Wolf, Ross Boland. 442, Tim Pickford, Adrian van der Sluis. 492, David Fellows, Mark Bergman. 472, Chris Booth, Kevin Knott. 401, Stephen Sanderson, Talia Cass, Darren Boots. 410, Greg Gartner, Jamie Jennings. 413, Bo Robinson, Stephen Hall. And 487, Toby Price and Kyle Fitzner. Thanks again to the As-Build Fink Grid Girls for their assistance. Now the Extreme two-wheel drive place getters. Competitor 410, Greg Gartner and Jamie Jennings in a time of 3 hours 46:27. Second in class, competitor 413, Bo Robertson and Stephen Ketteridge Hall in a time of 3 hours 45:59. Where's Bo? And the winner of the class, competitor 487, Toby Price and Kyle Fitzner. In a time of 3 hours 45:40. Toby.
I had to have something. Yeah, wow. Didn't quite expect would be up here, especially after the week we had with the truck. Probably not many people knew we only got the truck back into Australian shore and about Monday morning. Didn't get past out of customs till probably Wednesday lunchtime. This big fella here drove all night. Wednesday got it home, got it back to Renmark, and then drove all night to bring it here. Thursday, and then Friday as pretty much everyone knew, within about 2 minutes. We totaled the thing pretty hard. So I'm surprised the big fella climbed back in with me, but yeah, I'm stoked he did. It's one hell of a ride, and yeah, can't thank this guy enough. All he pretty much just kept telling me was just keep feeding it and keep going and don't worry about it. He said, we'll get it there. So, no, it was awesome. Big thanks to Brad Gullard and all his support crew, including with this guy. Without them, yeah, we wouldn't have kept that truck running. Rick Geyser and all his crew as well, 5 guys came from the States to make sure this was a proper program and we put it together right. And especially after Friday, having them guys here definitely saved us a little bit, and they got it back going again. So big thank to Rick. Mate, you build one hell of a machine that can smash whoops out there like it's like you're driving down the highway. So it's if I can wheel it one-handed, it's pretty damn good. Then just sponsors, ARB, big thanks for jumping on board and making this possible. Mitsubishi Australia, BF Goodrich Tyres, they put up with all that punishment the whole way through there, and amazing to see what they can do, and kept us a pretty good grip the whole way except for a couple of excursions, most of them in prologue, but we were all pretty good there. Blundstone Boots, Mighty Might, big thanks to Clipsal 500. They pretty much introduced me to the racing side of things with the SSTs, so pretty pumped with they've given me a chance there, and then with these guys to jump on as board as well. CRC for all their products to keep the truck looking the best as possible. Definitely didn't look pretty at the finish line, but that was the main thing it got there. Northern Territory Tourism, GoPro for capturing all the footage, KDM as well for jumping on. Then the last one that goes out to Luke Hendry. Mate, that motor is pretty damn strong. We popped that valve again, probably 10 Ks in. It was blowing blue smoke out that air filter, and I thought, we kept her on the whole way. He's just still telling me to feed it, so I was like, this thing's not going to make it. But mate, that's amazing to have that motor get that whole way for about 200 kilometres, and yeah, we got past Bo at 40 Ks too, so that was pretty cool as well, so I can't complain. Sorry Bowie, wherever you are out there mate, I'm not rubbing it in. But cheers guys, thank you very much.
We want to get a photo of you on stage. Just move over there a bit. Congratulations, fellas. I'd like to thank our silver sponsors at this stage who got on board and helped us again with this year's events, and the Red Centre Office Technology, Alice Equipment Hire, Danny Orr Earth Moving, Thrifty, and the Complete Fencing, and also Ram Hire. So a big round of applause for our silver sponsors, please, who help us with this event. Going to move on with the presentation of dog spikes to the competitors in the bike section, Class 10.
Class 10. Quads 40 years of age and over.
So the following that I call out, would you please come up, and the as-built Grid girls will present you with your survivor's spike. We have Lance Hill, Paul Wright, Paul Good, Hook Henshin, Darryl Knight, Craig Saunders, and Eddie Taddingham. Big round of applause for those guys. Could I please have the President, Anthony Yoffa, back on stage to help present the winners in the bike class 10. So in third place was competitor Y12, Darryl Knight from Goulburn in South Australia in a time of 6 hours, 45 minutes and 3 seconds. Second in class, competitor Y33, Craig Saunders from Glenelg in South Australia in a time of 6 hours, 27:22. And our winner is from the other end of the country, number Y77, Eddie Tattingham from Darwin, in 6 hours, 16 minutes and 2 seconds. Say a few words, Eddie. Good on you. Congratulations.
Right, well first I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me and letting me keep doing this. Family down here, they're going to be sick of hearing this, but I'd like to thank Mr. Greg Bain for putting my hands back on 6 years ago. I'd like to thank Dr. Rob Festina for the total hip replacement 9 months ago. And I'd like to thank Dr. Mahindra for fixing my eyes 6 months ago. So yeah, just keep getting it. Well, if you fix your bike, fix yourself. I'd also like to thank my sponsors, Direct Hole for the fuel, that's a big one. Graham at Smoke and Stainless, he's been very helpful all the way through. Brian at Bob Jane and Casuarina Darwin. And Uasa Batteries in Darwin. Also Clive Baxter for putting my motors together when I need them. Also a really big thanks to my family and friends and club members and like the local quad club. The pit stops are just amazing, in and out so fast. It was supposed to be a big family weekend, but sadly one nephew managed to puncture and collapse a lung in practice. And then the other nephew this morning, just out of Finke, managed to break his ankle in 2 spots. So a little bit down there, but fantastic track, fantastic fun, and I think we'll keep doing this while we can stand up and do it. Thank you.
You can do a photo on the stage here now. Big round of applause to those champions in Class 10 bikes. Sorry girls, before you go away, the Asbury Finke Grid girls, it's now time for the presentation of dog spikes to bike Class 9.
Class 9. Quads up to 40 years of age.
So I'll call out the following competitors to collect their survivor's spike for Class 9. So we have competitor 908, Gavin Rundell. Competitor 945, Craig Shea. Competitor 916, Paul Hughes. Competitor 938, Aaron Hill. Competitor 967, Mybra Roscoe. Competitor 922, Lachlan Bailey. Competitor 902, Stuart Williams. Competitor 955, Andrew Jackson. Competitor 994, Cooper Van Vliet. And competitor 993, Mark De Vries. Big round of applause to those spike winners. Mr. President, Anthony, would you please join me on stage again to go through the presentations to this class, bike class 9. And in third third place in the class compared to 9:55, Andrew Jackson from Tasmania in a time of 6 hours, 30 minutes, 37 seconds. Second in class compared to 994, Cooper Van Vliet from Victoria. A time of 5 hours, 56 minutes, 53 seconds. And the winner of the class compared to 993, Mark De Vries, in a time of 5 hours, 52 minutes and 51 seconds. Good on ya. Want to say a few words?
That's it. G'day, mate. That's the first thing that they teach me when I came over last week. I want to say thank you to the Van Vliet family to make this all possible for me to come over from Holland to Australia. It was a great experience. Well, I had a bit of luck and I won, so hope we can do it another time next year, but I'm not sure yet. I want to say thank you to Adam from the Quad Squad to preparing the shocks, because it was hard for me with the Fox shocks. And Mitch Van Vliet to make me use his quad. It was awesome. Thank you.
Get a photo on the stage now, if you go over there for a photo. We're now going to move to the presentation of dog spikes to the bikes in Class 8 who finished.
Class 8. Veterans 45 years of age and over.
Thank you, and thanks again to the Asbuild Finke Grid Girls for their assistance. This is a rather large field. When you hear your name, please come up and collect your dog spike. Compared to 8:49, Leo Welsh. 8:60, Graham Riley. 8:58, Andrew Richardson. 8:66, Jimmy Wilson. 8:55, Tim Calder. 8:04, Bronte Perkins. 8:06, Michael Woodger. 8:27, Mark Trent. 8:25, Eddie Dubsky. 8:17, Andrew Spark. 8:62, Andrew Medalcott. 8:69, Scott Lincoln. 8:57, David Harrison. 8:19, Peter Conroy. 8:45, Brian Cartwright. 8:28, Brent Dangerfield. 8:31, Gary Hare. 8:96, Brad Raffin. 8:67, Lawrence Tate. 8:92, John Laddams. 8:07, Michael Lutz. 8:05, Nick Corbett. 8:59, Andrew Nicholson. 8:36, Mike Hay. 8:11, Paul Harvey. 8:48, Glenn Vernham. 8:51, Brett Shaw. 8:18, Andy Pellegrin. 8:02, Andrew Houlihan. 8:81, Peter Griffith. 888, Darren Stevenson. 899, Alan Curo. 803, Richard Umack. 853, Robert Sires. 830, Anthony Larson. 890, Roy Chamberlain. 850, John Elvey. 840, Justin Stevens. 812, Darren Spinks. 832, Andrew Hank. 822, Colin Hodges. 829, Brendan Joe Smith. 880, Brenton French. 865, Steve McLean. 801, Matt Sullivan. 861, Anthony Perdue. 875, Michael Perham. 846, Derek Woods. 809, David Schwartz. 834, Troy Boland. 873, Mel Simpson. 826, Stephen McGregor. 842, Gavin Pengelly. 816, Alan Saunders. 847, Adam O'Connor. 897, Ian Butler. 839, Jamie Harrison. And 815, Tam Paul. Now I'll ask the President to present these class winners' prizes here. Third in class, in a time of 5 hours 32 minutes 43, is competitor 897 Ian Butler from Port Augusta in South Australia. In a time of 5 hours 24 and 7 seconds, competitor 839 Jamie Harrison from Brisbane. And the winner in class in a time of 5 hours 22:57, competitor 815 Tam Pole, Queensland. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Good on you.
Thanks very much. Firstly, I just want to thank all the volunteers, the Finke committee. Obviously, they do an excellent job every year. This is my first Finke as a racer at 46, so I might hang it up now since I got a win. So that's all I need. I just want to thank all the guys from KTM, all my colleagues at work. My boss, Jeff, of course, for letting me do this event and tagging on with the team. Grabo, all the crew, all the pit guys, unreal. Special mention to Kevy, Christian and Apro for doing my bike. And a very special mention to Colin Ross and his beautiful partner, Joe, for their hospitality and their massive sponsorship of the team. That's amazing. And also, Johnny from TLD, thanks for everything, mate. And MotorX, everyone else that helps our team. Woo! Thanks.
Well done. Are you going to get a photo over there now? Big round of applause for our champions. Invite our President back to the stage for the next award.
The next award is the Memorial Award that we've been giving now for 11 years, and it is the Greg Lincoln Memorial Trophy, and it's in memory of Greg, who was from Trafalgar in Victoria, and he passed away competing in the prologue in the 2005, as it was then, Tatts Finke Desert Race. His son was also here at the time, and there was an award inaugurated in his name, the Greg Lincoln Memorial Trophy. It is awarded to the fastest Class 8 prologue competitor, as that was the class Greg was in. And the recipient this year was second place outright in the Class 8. It is Jamie Harrison. Okay, give me this trophy here.
All good to go?
Yes, go.
Just a quick one. It's good that we can remember people like this. He was an old fellow like the rest of us in Class 8, and no doubt he was pushing hard, so we all come here and we try and do our best. So it's good to have something like this, and I'm sure, like myself, he had a lot of people behind him, which I'd want to thank. And it's a good race. This is number 9 for me, so I really enjoy it, and hopefully I can keep coming back. So thank you very much.
Yeah, good on you, Jamie. Nice words. As I said, most people may not remember Greg, but I was certainly here during prologue on that day, and it was his sister that presented the first one, and she was back here last year, 10 years later, to present that award. So congratulations, Jamie. You finished quickest in prologue and second overall in your class. Well done. Well, it's now... Yeah, a few competitors over there. A few supporters over there. Competitors, crikey. Well, we're just about to see another clip from the action across the weekend. You are watching the 2016 Tatts Finke Desert Race presentation night, brought to you by UBET. And we will continue with those highlight clips from AVE throughout the evening. God, I've spent 22 hours on the radio this weekend. I think I'm nearly out of words. Okay, it's now time for the presentation of dog spikes to the Performance two-wheel drive class.
Performance two-wheel drive. Modified two-wheel drive with engines not exceeding 6,000cc for petrol engines or 7,200cc for diesel engines.
And our finishers in the performance two-wheel drive class, and they can come forward and collect a dog spike. Darren Vanderwood and John Schultz. Dan Osinski and Joseph Butterworth. Mark Blewell and Carl Ferranda. Darren Hill and Rachel Hill. Paul Newman and Graham Cluck. Stuart Chapman and Ross Challicum. Tyler Newman and Shane Mama. And Michael Ranson and Daniel Gaines. They are our finishers in the performance two-wheel drive class. And we'll now jump to the presentation of the podium finishers in that class. And please excuse my pronunciations with some of these. If I could have Damien and one of the grid girls up to assist with this. Third place in the performance two-wheel drive class in a Holden VP Commodore in a time of 6 hours, 51 minutes and 4 seconds. Car 532, Mark Blewell and Carl Ferranda. Performance two-wheel drive. In second place, time of 5 hours, 20 minutes and 30 seconds. Number 504, Dan Osinski and Joseph Butterworth. And our champions in the performance two-wheel drive class, they were 6 minutes quicker, 5 hours, 14 minutes, 28 seconds in a Holden, Colorado. Number 554, Darren Vanderwood and John Schultz. Captain.
Well done.
Are you speaking?
I'll have a quick word. Yeah.
Well done, congratulations. It's all yours.
Cheers. Good evening, everyone. Mikey and Paul, if you're home watching, I don't know what to do with my hands. So, first of all, I really need to thank the Lockets and all the Locket crew. You lot just went above and beyond. It was just crazy. Thanks so much for your help. Got down to Finke and you blokes just smashed it out. I didn't lift a finger and you had the car fixed and it was brilliant. My old man, Chris, prepped the car. I'm lucky he's a pensioner, he's got nothing better to do. So thanks very much. Worked his bum off for 3 months getting it ready. Sprint Freight and Logistics for getting the car up here and getting the car home. Couldn't have done it without you. And Fritzy, for calling left instead of right. Appreciate that. And Nay, thanks so much for organising everything, driving all the way up here so I could be a FIFO driver. That's fantastic. Mum for cooking, and of course my business, River Murray Auto Wreckers. Get around them. Cheers. Thanks very much.
They are our winning group in the performance two-wheel drive class. While they're getting a group photo, I'd also like to acknowledge our True Blue sponsors for this year's 2016 Tatts Finke Desert Race. They are the Crown Point Pastoral Company, Asprint, the National Australia Bank and Bizcom. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank the Asbuild Grid Girls sponsors as the podium finishers from the performance two-wheel drive leave the stage. Paul and Nadine Graham from Asbuild NT. Julie Rowan and the team at Cherry Red Hair and Beauty. Kylie from the Desert Wave Surf Shop. Ross from Saturday Catering. And Paul and the team from Lassiter's Hotel Casino. It's now time to present dog spikes to the utility terrain vehicles for the naturally aspirated engines.
Utility terrain vehicle Class A. Production-based four-wheel drive off-road recreational vehicles with naturally aspirated engines not exceeding 1200 cc.
And our
Utility terrain vehicle Class B. Production-based four-wheel drive off-road recreation.
And our finishers in the UTV 1200cc and below are Justin I'll get this right. Justin Montesalvo, James Montesalvo, Joseph Hutchins, Timothy Dewhurst and Timothy Scott, Brett Perrott and Arlene Perrott, Paul Malt and Michelle Malt, Peter Carr and Matthew Wyndham, Andrew Crammond and Stuart Glover, Jason Neat and Curtis Smith, Jamie Way and Michael Dolan, Jason Flavelle and Chloe Flavelle, Amber Aylett and Annie Butler, Mitchell Cross and Christopher Carlisle, Scott Turner and Daniel Friskin. They are our finishers in the Superlight UTVs, those not exceeding 1200cc, naturally aspirated. And for the presentation of the trophies for this, trophy presentation for the naturally aspirated up to 1200cc. In third place, in a time of 6 hours and 40 minutes, Jason Neat and Curtis Smith.
Appreciate it. About time, mate. 4 years for a local boy. Yeah. Stir up the interstates.
And were they stirred?
Oh yeah, no, we upset them.
Second place. Second place in a time of 6 hours, 17 minutes, 20 seconds. UTV number 683, Andrew Crammond and Stuart Glover. And our champions in the UTV A class, time of 5 hours, 44 minutes, from New South Wales, number 698, Peter Carr and Matthew Wyndham.
Absolutely awesome, bro. Oh, a bit rough,
Say a few words.
Yeah, pretty happy with this. What a great event. Big thanks to my Navi here. The amount of hours he put in was pretty incredible. Requested I thank his wife for letting him come, so that's great. Massive thanks to East Coast Power Sports guys, Luke, Steve, Brett, Dave. Not only do they run a fabulous team, but mate, they have a lot of fun. So best way to go racing. And the support Polaris put in, it's really good. So great event. Thanks everyone.
Photo time. Congratulations to those podium finishers in the naturally aspirated UTV class. Now the supercharged or turbocharged UTV vehicles.
Utility Terrain Vehicle Class B. Production-based four-wheel drive off-road recreational vehicles with supercharged or turbocharged engines up to 2050 cc.
And our finishers in this UTV class, the turbo class, Phil Lovett and Alan Samuels, Jeff McNiven and Frank Waite, Mick Crossland and Greg Campbell, Ian Hughes and Russell Mason, Glenn Ackroyd and Andrew Cassidy, Les Shivers and Michael Crosdale, David Loughnan and Jackson Klein, Michael Schneider and Sophie Schneider, Nathan Wiesel and Simon Westmore, Jamie Maiden and Bradley Steinborner, and Nathan Shears and David Gordon. And our podium presentation for the ultra-terrain vehicles, the UTVs, the supercharged, in third place in a time of 6 hours and 9 minutes, Michael Crossland and Greg Campbell. In second place, a time of 5 hours and 56 minutes, number 673, Jeff McNiven and Frank Waite. Oh dear, here we go. And our champions in the supercharged and turbocharged UTV class, ladies and gentlemen, in a time of 5 hours and 34 minutes, number 666, and I must tell you about one of the people in 666. The champion pairing in the supercharged turbo class, UTV class, 666, one of the team is a three-time Finke Desert Race winner from the 1980s, Phil Lovett and Alan Samuels.
Sorry folks, take a seat will you? I'm going to be here a while. Got a lot to talk about. Back a couple of months ago I put on Facebook I needed a co-pilot, someone silly enough to be a rubber doll and go all the way to Finke and back. I had a lot of people put in for it. There was about 20 or 30 or something like that. I had to nominate that I needed somebody less than 80 kilos. Unfortunately, this bloke come in at 79.9 and he got the job. I'd like to thank Alan for doing such a good job over the weekend. He just sat there like a rubber doll. Bounced around, had a good time, smiled. Sometimes he told me to slow down, sometimes he told me to speed up. But Jesus, I had a good time. K&M, can't get anything better. Didn't see any Polarises in front of us at all over the weekend. Hunter Valley Motorsports, just a new business started, a new venture for me in the Hunter Valley area. We're the K&M agent, and let's hopefully we can do more and more with these four-wheelers. I'm sick of two-wheelers. We do sell KTMs, and unfortunately they won everything today too by the look of it. Anyhow, I'd like to thank my pit crew. There's Neville and Lucky. Now Lucky's, I'd like to tell you a story about Lucky. He's 75. He's never been to Finke before, but he's been to every other off-road track in the world. And he's come out this weekend and he's my mate. Thank you, Lucky. And I got Robbie and Nige. They've non-stop worked on this buggy for the last, well, especially Blackie. Nige has been to Bali for a couple of weeks, so he didn't really do a lot, but Blackie's done a lot of work. We got Greg Campbell down the front here that builds roll cages, so when you want to swap from your two-wheelers to your four-wheelers, give us a call. I'll put you in touch with Greg and we'll get you a roll cage, and it's a bloody lot easier going down to Finke in four wheels than it is on two, let me tell you. I tried it the other day. Well, I'd like to thanks. That's about it, eh? No, I haven't finished yet. I'd like to thank Love It's Earth Movement because they provide the funds for me to do this. And no, that's about it, eh? That'll do. Thank you.
For those of you that don't know Phil, he normally wears the loud shirts. He was the bike champion in 1981, 1982 and 1985. He came back last year for the 40th. He rode the prologue, and I'm sure, Phil, that's when you decided that four wheels was safer than two. He catapulted over the handlebars at about the 3K mark of the prologue track.
Actually, it's nearly the 4K mark. It was 3.8. I measured it out the other day.
And I think that's the last time he was going to do two wheels at Finke. But a gentleman that's been around for almost 40 years competing at Finke. Congratulations to he and Alan. I'm just waiting for Phil to try the Ironman. Phil? Ironman next year? Yeah, righto. Okay, next up is our presentation of dog spikes to the Class 7 bikes.
Class 7, seniors 40 to 44 years of age.
Righto, that was quick. Class 7 bikes, so this is any capacity. This is an age category, 40 to 44 years. And our finishers in Class 7 bikes are Brandon Kinehouse, Andrew Gillum, Tony Hardman, Michael Clooney, Paul Maskell, Chris Tradford, Troy Blythman, Kenny Scott, James Kelly, Brett Monkton, Nathan Kelly, Kevin Keem, Jeffrey Horrocks, Craig Mitchell, Glenn Tradford, Andrew Smith, Shane Wright, Tuffy, Stephen Tuff, Aaron Heath, Raymond Miller, Tony Simonite, Stephen Payne, Richard McDonald, Stephen Harmon, Darryl Byrne, Lachlan Ritchie, Mark Watson, Simon Jones, Carl Pointu, Robert Guy, David Winterburn, Greg Moore, Matthew Ness, Piers Hunt, Ben Reid, Scott Perry, and rounding out Class 7. And now we'll do the trophy presentation. Trophy presentation for Class 7 bikes. In third place. Stop. Third place in the Class 7 bikes. From Mount Gambier in a time of 5 hours and 39 minutes. From Mount Gambier, number 731, Tony Hardman. In second place in Class 7 in a quick time, 4 hours 51 minutes, from Minamurra in New South Wales, number 773, Andrew Gillum. And our champion in Class 7, in a time of 4 hours and 50 minutes and 49 seconds. He was just 34 seconds ahead from Plenty in Victoria, number 747, Brandon Kinehouse. It's all yours.
I'd like to thank Simford Race Team for letting me pro-run with them this week and learn the track again. Robbie and all the boys for helping, and all the people on the track during the race and everything like that help out. Top event, very hard, very hard. Yeah, that's it.
Just stay in the middle, fellas, the photo. Yeah, photo. Our podium finishes for Class 7 in the bikes. These gentlemen are all aged over 40 years. Next up, we have got dog's bike presentation for the Class 6 bikes.
Class 6, Masters 35 to 39 years of age.
Class 6, another age class in the bike section. Our finishers in Class 6, collecting a dog's bike. Mark Sladdick, Rod Faggoter, Anthony Hanlon, David Murray, Kurt Davis, Ben Fitzgerald, Shane Carlson, Troy O'Connor, Gary Sewell, Lindsay Bond, Brandon Burdett, Sam Lucitti, Jonathan Ippel, Michael O'Neill, Benjamin Ritchie, Sean Smith, Chris McDonald, Kevin O'Brien, Damien Riscatelli, Kyle Glasgow, Jared Inverarity, Justin Warner, Stephen Tees, Stephen Curtis, Jason Mitchell, Travis Swan, Andrew Beaton, Aaron Coley, Andrew Dunlop, Todd Tomlinson, Warren Coley, Jamie Hewitt, and Sean Norgrove. They are our finishers in the Class 6 bikes. Another age class, 35 to 39 years of age. And our trophy presentation for Class 6, if I could have Damien back up on stage. In third place in Class 6, in a time of 5 hours and 23 minutes. I don't see many of these bikes up here. Husqvarna, number 640, Anthony Hanlon. Second place in Class 6. Okay, champ. In a time of 4 hours and 52 minutes from Longreach in Queensland, number 17, Rod Faggoter. And our Class 6 champion for 2016, he's a long-time competitor here. He finished 13th outright last year, 4 hours and 48 minutes from Pearcedale in Victoria on another Husqvarna, Mark Sladek.
Well done.
Grab a trophy, mate.
Here's me. Well, I'm getting older now and this race definitely ain't getting any easier. But I'd like to just make a big thanks to the town itself for what they do. Everybody that helps the town out and supports the race. It's something that I really love doing and I keep coming back. Not 100% sure why, but I just love it. Big thanks to Joel Stafford, 1-800-WELD-IT. Melbourne Trucks and Vans, Diamond Canes. My wife Sarah for letting me come. Trav, the Fuel Stops, 1 and 2. Husqvarna Australia, just everybody that sort of helps out and does something. Thank you.
How many have you done? 18. Good on you. A photo. 18th Fink for Mark Sladek. Congratulations, Mark, and congratulations to our other podium finishers in Class 6, 35 to 39 years of age. He was a young fellow when he started, Mark, if it's 18 Finks. Well done. have one other award now, which is another memorial award, and it's the David Schmidt Memorial Award. And this trophy is awarded in memory of David from Dalby in Queensland, who passed away during the 2008 Tatts Finke Desert Race. And I'd like to invite Paul Goody, if you could come up and say a few words before we present this trophy. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Yoff. Smitty, I said goodbye to you for the last time that fateful cold Finke morning and drove your ute to Finke in preparation for your hot trip down the track. Looking forward to the chit-chat of near misses and this and that. I think that's what I've missed the most of, never hearing your side of your last adventure. But thanks, mate. Thank you for introducing me to this place and the wonderful people that make up this great event. Team Minepot 701 has since clocked up 9 straight Finkes, and it's that mateship that keeps us coming back. It is a place where we are free to ride with our best mate once again. Smitty, you were such a talented rider that it is still hard to believe you're gone. Smitty was on the Yamaha teams in Queensland in his earlier years and even appeared on the cover of ADB as a bike tester way back when. He was twice crowned Queensland Enduro champ and even held titles at Barrabool in Victoria. His dream was to ride Finke just once and then retire from the sport he loved, to marry his fiancée Tracy and settle down to grow his contract harvesting business. Smitty leaves behind his legacy in his 2 children, Ben aged 10 and Laura 7, born after his death. But he leaves behind much more than that. He leaves behind a group of mates that are proud to carry on his Finke dream. So thanks, mate. Thanks for just that. It is now my privilege on behalf of Smitty's family and friends to present this award to the fastest first-time prologuer in the Masters class. And this year's award goes to Sam Lachitti, bike 679 from East Corrimal in New South Wales.
Just while Sam's going over there, his time in the prologue was 6 minutes and 14 seconds. He was actually 59th outright.
Well, really I'll say thanks to Paul and Brad, and really in memory of David. So all the best, thanks.
So Sam, as a first-time competitor, was following in the footsteps of David, and thanks, Paul. Okay, you're watching, if you're tuning in online, you're watching the 2016 Tatts Finke Desert Race presentation night brought to you by UBet, who are a new platinum sponsor of ours. Now it's time to watch another clip of footage. Time for the dog spikes for the finishes for the Super 1650s.
Super 1650 buggy. Buggies with engines between 1330cc and 1650cc.
And the Super 1650, there were 4 finishers in this class, and they were Craig Prettyjohn and Bruce Thomas and Richie Hayes, the team of Hans Zettel and Susan Zettel, Greg Tickner and Bodie Tickner, Declan Cummins and Patrick Philp, Stephen Hodge and Janine Hodge. And that's it for our finishers in the Super 1650. Only had 17 starters there, 7 starters in that class. And to jump straight into the trophy presentation, 3rd place in the Super 1650 buggy class, a time of 5 hours and 3 minutes, number 233, Graham and Bodie Tickner. Rough. It's tough in those little ones. 2nd place in the Super 1650s, Hans Werner Zettel and Susan Zettel. And they were just 2 minutes quicker. A time of 5 hours and 1 minute. And our champions in the Super 1650 class in a time of 4 hours and 42 minutes from Alice Springs, the team of number 223, the team of Craig Prettyjohn, Bruce Thomas and Richie Hayes. Buckets, how are you, mate? Did you take him with you?
I did, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, he was quiet too this time.
It's all yours.
First of all, I suppose with most competitors you either see a motorbike rider or a buggy driver and a navigator, but behind all those people are heaps of people that help you out. So a couple of sponsors of mine, Alice Home Improvements, Rocky Hill Table Grapes, Muggerman Contracting, Indivon Petroleum and King's Shocks. They worked, I think. And my good mate here, Richie, he doesn't say too much when we're going down there. So, but great event, great race. Track might need a little bit of work, I'm not sure, but thanks very much anyway.
No drink. Photo. Richie will start talking in a minute. Our podium champions for the Super 1650 buggy class, and congratulations to the 3 of those. Next up, it's the Pro Lights.
Pro Light Buggy. Buggies with engines up to 3500cc naturally aspirated.
And the finishers in the Pro Light Buggy class are Justin Watt and Dave Hartwig, Dale Martin and Adrian Rowe, Sam Barnes and Grant Bowden and Peter Barnes. Lockie Weir and Paddy Weir. Scott McNeil and Greg Parker. Luke Ursig and Daniel Zambinski. John Skinner. Craig Anderson and David Spokes. And the team of James Lockett, Zach Lockett, South and Letitia Lockett. Our finishers in the Pro Light Buggy class. And our trophy presentation in the Pro Light Buggy class. In third place, time of 4 hours and 29 minutes, number 103, Dale Martin and Adrian Rowe.
Well done, boys. Going the right way?
Yeah, you're right. In second place, in a time of 4 hours and 14 minutes, number 120, Justin Watt and David Hartwig. And our champions in the Pro Lights, in a time of 4 hours and 5 minutes, the team of Sam Barnes, Grant Bowden and Peter Barnes.
Right, I know you don't really care, so I'll keep it quick. I've mostly got to thank Mum and Dad for keeping the funding coming for everything I wreck. Grantley for sitting in there for 3 years. I try and kill him every year, and every year he quits, but I finally got him a trophy. And all the sponsors, Road Tech Marine, JCar Electronics, Phillips Foot Restaurant, and Birdsville Roadhouse. And thanks to everyone that makes this event happen. We'll be back next year. Thank you.
Sorry to ask for the mic, I know it's Sam's time, but we've got a flat out there today, and car 103, and we left a wheel out there, and they said they'd give us our jack and rattle gun back. We haven't seen it, so if anyone hears about our rattle gun and a jack, we appreciate it. Thank you. Congratulations to Sam and to Glenn and Matt.
And if any random finds those, they can drop them in at race control, and we'll make sure that they get back. Now it's the Pro Buggy class.
Cars. Pro Buggy. Buggies with engines over 1650cc and not exceeding 6000cc for petrol engines or 7200cc for diesel engines.
12 finishers in the Pro class this year, and they were Glenn Owen and Matthew Ryan, Chris Weston and Stuart Bishop, Aaron Habe and Wayne Tabe, Paul Curry and Travis Robinson, Hayden Bentley and Ben Chevelle, Jack Rhodes and David Polino, Greg Hicks and Rodney Cameron, team of Brett Martin, Craig Martin and James Boyle Victor. James Boyle, that should be. James Corliss and Paul Ward. Talbot Cox and Andrew North. Shane Cotty and Chris Sollett. And our Pro Buggy podium finishes. In third place, time of 3 hours and 53 minutes from South Australia, Hayden Bentley and Ben Chevelle. In second place, car number 413, and time of 3 hours and 52 minutes, Travis Robinson and Paul Curry. And our champion in the Pro Buggy class, 3 hours 37 minutes and 2 seconds, number 30, Glenn Owen and Matthew Ryan.
Well, guys, we had a fantastic day today. I just got to thank my crew more than anyone, which is mainly my kids and a couple of mates, and got a couple of sponsors we've got to thank as well, like Pro-Am Hubs, Fox Shocks, Racer Imports, which is a great mate of mine, mate Cameron. Without him, we probably wouldn't be here doing what we're doing. We just put a lot of time and effort into it. Troy from TZ Tuning does all the wiring on the car and gets it going well, and Shane Wilson Race Engines that sort of kept plugging away all day and trying to keep those trucks behind. So, and also, you know, my navigator Matt, like he keeps me going all day, and we had a ball. So, yep, great day. Thanks, guys.
Have a feeling we'll see Glenn back in a little while. And now it's as these guys are getting ready for photos. If you're tuning in at home, you are watching the live stream on the finkdesertrace.com.au, brought to you by UBET. It's presentation night sponsors here. Next up is the bikes, Class 5.
Class 5, 251cc to 450cc 4-stroke.
This will be a big class. The finishers in Class 5 this year, of which there were, I get the long list, 89 of them. Congratulations to all of those. It'll be better than last year, there were about 140 of them. Finishers in Class 5 bikes, the 251 to 450cc 4-stroke were Jeff Smith, Tyson Wright, Toby Lewis, Keith Stanford, Evan Philo, Ryan James, James Heenan, Lachlan Manwaring, Callum Heberman, Charlie Brown, Jeffrey Briggs, Samuel Tilbrook, Matthew McAlpine, Jesse Moore, Ben Nicholson, Monty Hare, Jake Smith, Nick Ryder, Lloyd Woolman, Josh Tilbrook, Scott Scal, James McCarthy, Robbie Armstead, Caleb Orick, Ryan Cossins, Todd Smith, Bo Ralston, Damon Stokey, Christopher Jelly, Daniel Gordon, Luke Bruce, Greg Prisk, Darcy Page, Ryland Groves, Matthew Jones, Benjamin Edwards, Casey Hiscox, Julian Dixon, William Carroll, Clint Faulkner, Robert Mudge, Nick Goody, Carl Borchard, Dion Rawlack, Daniel Kessner, Justin Hay, Dean Gillett, Michael McKellar, Esben Scott, Joshua Gleeson, Nathan Purtell, Kelly Cantonese, Stephen Keane, George Foote, Shay Jackman, Reese Way, Trent Sweet, Riley Martin, Jay Tidswell, Zach Welsh, John Pratchett, Lucas Hale, Sam Arnold, James McCallum, Lindsay Meaney, Lee Jones, Craig Liebelt, Ewan Harrison, Simon Heathcote, Jack Matthews, Adrian Gibbs, Kyle McKell, Matthew Banfield, Lawson Price, Luke Young, Jason Martin, Brady Keem, Shane Rees, Bradley Slater, Stephen Mulder, John Vandersloot, Brendan Ricketts, Cameron Mitchell, Travis Day, Stephen Monson, Terry O'Brien, Luke Brunkhorst, Christian Eric Osmus, hope I got that one right, Noel Kruger, Jacob, and that's it. There are our finishers in the Class 5 bikes. And I'll now call up Damien and we'll present the trophies. Okay, time for the presentation of the Class 5 outright podium for the bikes. In third place in Class 5, ladies and gentlemen, please. Time of 4 hours and 19 minutes, 35 seconds. From Condobolin in New South Wales, number X85, Todd Smith. Second place, time of 4 hours and 1 minute. From Curry in New South Wales, number 7, Bo Ralston. And our champion in the Class 5 bikes for 2016, time of 3 hours, 54 minutes and 12 seconds. From Alice Springs, number X99, Damon Stokey. Damien's got it.
First of all, I'd just like to thank Michael Vroom and the whole team at Desert Edge. My lead up to the race and over the weekend has been really good, and I'm pumped to have taken out the spot in the 450 class. Also, a big thanks to the rest of my sponsors: Honda Australia, Acebus Off-Road Imports, Talon, John Titman Racing, RHK, ProGrip, Powerflow, Scope Building, Red Rock Plumbing, Ox Motorsports, Malcolm Smith Motorsports, Scorpion Helmets, Alpine Stars, Grant Connolly, Matt Bell, Mum, everyone who made the journey up from down south to come and watch me ride this weekend. Glenn and Ryan at the fuel stops, they did an awesome job. Chris Jackson at the other end, he did an unreal job as well, helping us prep down there. And last but not least, Aaron Obbs for building my race bike. He did an unreal job. That thing was good all weekend, and can't thank everyone enough for the support leading up to the event and throughout the weekend, and I'm glad to be back next year. Thank you.
Please congratulate our podium finishers in the Class 5 bikes. And now we're going to another highlights package. Okay. All right. Across the weekend, a number of you, in fact quite a lot of you, have bought raffle tickets that the Grid Girls were selling. And the Grid Girls, and the prize, which is the thing being held, not this, will be presented to the winner. And Brooke, I'll get you to draw it out. And the winner is Damien Wilkinson. They call you Wilco? Wilco. This is your lucky day.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Up in the middle of it.
Number one.
Good on you, David. Thanks, girl. You too can be like Wilco. How many tickets did you buy, mate? 301. Good on you, Damien. Thanks for that. Thank you, girls. Okay, next presentation up is the Class 4 bikes.
Class 4, up to 250cc four-stroke.
Okay, these are the smaller four-strokes. We'll do the dog spike presentation for finishers in Class 4. I remember Class 4. Back in the good... My very first Finke in 1996, I was on a number 454. I broke my thumb on the way home. Actually, in my first race, I'd never ridden the Finke track before I raced the very first year. And I soon learnt very quickly that when you get down in the more remote areas, if there's everyone standing a lot around out in the middle of nowhere cheering you on, there's obviously a hole in the middle of the track. Yeah, you did it, didn't you? Yeah, well, I found it. Okay, Class 4 finishers are Caitlin Robertson. Well done, Caitlin. Michael Harris. Hayley Molan. Good on you, Hayley. Patrick Drummond. Jamie Ine. Hope I've got that right, Jamie. Nathan Mitchell. Brett Scoble. Brendan Cousins. Catherine Scoble. Alexandra Long. This was a class with a lot of female competitors. Brianna Simpson. Sam Short. Jared Plush. Raymond White. Rhino Sheepers. James Green. Madison Bird. Michael Andrews. Lachlan Skinner. Brad Swan. Simon Malloy. Eddie Gibson. Samuel Stockman. Hayden Brown. Russell Scoble. Nicholas Turner. Cherokee Andrews. Mark Grove. Jack Simpson. And Megan Rutledge. And our trophy presentation for Class 4.
Right behind.
In third place in Class 4, in a time of 4 hours and 47 minutes, from Alice Springs, Cherokee Andrews. In second place in Class 4, the time of 4 hours and 46 minutes. Gee, he was only 32 seconds ahead. From Bacchus Marsh in Victoria, number 20, Mark Grove. And first place and our champion in the Class 4 bikes for 2016, 4 hours and 27 minutes. He streeted the field by 19 minutes. From Cranbourne in Victoria, or Cranny, number 473, Jack Simpson.
It was all right, wasn't too bad. Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank Jeff Leese, Colin Ross, his wife, Grabbo for the opportunity to be standing up here. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So another thing, my dad, all my other personal sponsors, TuneTech, Fox, Shift, Don Joy, the Collective family, Mark Sladdick for building me an absolute bulletproof 250 that did 460 Ks without a worry, so that thing was sweet. Everyone on that table over there for KTM guys, fuel stops, every single one of them had a purpose and they did it to the T. So yeah, thanks heaps for that guys. And thanks for the competition. All the people that put this event on, it was a ripper one, it was my first one and I'll be definitely back. Thanks.
He's one fast little rider, isn't he? Got a feeling that big things might happen with young Jack. If he can get a KTM 250 down and back in 4 hours and 27 minutes, he's doing pretty well. Good on you, champ. Well done. Next up is the Class 3 in the bikes.
Class 3, up to 250cc two-stroke.
250cc two-stroke and under. The finishers in this class, of which there were 12, and congratulations to all of them. Brent McLeish, Jack Wilson, Travis Hilda, Cody Ryan, Dalton Byrne, Danielle Foote. Well done, Danielle. Daniel Kennedy. Jack McMahon. Bit of fun down the front here. Wilco, is that your table? Yeah, it is. Stelius Likopoulos. Adam Zubrnik. Nathan Helinek and Lewis Miller. They are our Class 3 finishers. These are the ones that can ring a little two-stroke all the way down and back. And the presentation for the Class 3 two-stroke. I don't know how many are watching the stream. If you're watching the stream at home, you're watching thanks to UBet. This is the presentation night of the 2016 Tatts Finke Desert Race. We're approaching the end of the night. Third place in the Class 3 bikes, 5 hours 36 minutes and 14 seconds from Angaston in South Australia, number 388, Daniel Kennedy. Good on you, Daniel. In second place, time of just 1.5 minutes quicker, 5 hours 34 minutes and 48 seconds. How's this for country Queensland? Number 325 from Thargomindah in Queensland, it's Dalton Byrne. Good on you, Dalton. Congratulations. I don't think we've had many riders from Thargomindah. And our champion in Class 3 bikes, 5 hours and 23 minutes, 18 seconds for the return journey from Cardross in Victoria, number 313, Cody Ryan.
I would just like to thank family and mates for all their support. Wagner's Butchery, Jordan and Simon Giddings helped me out. Everyone that done me fuel stops, thank you, you know who you are. And yeah, it was my first year this year and I'll be back next year. Thank you.
Well done, Cody. That presentation, just winding up the photos of the Class 3 bike podium. Next up, it's Class 2 in the bikes.
Class 2, 451cc and above, 4-stroke.
It's commonly referred to as the old open 4-stroke. Our finishers in the Class 2 bikes, of which there were 34 of them, and they were Matt Letty, Isaac Glidden, Michael Burns, Ricky Lane, Toby Hedricks, Kent Collins, Luke Hayes, David Walsh, Ty Simmons, Toby Price, Ivan Long, Mark Hofsty, Daniel Wilson, Gavin Wilmo, Matty Rees, Brady Burke, Doug Carmodina, I hope I got that right, Doug, Jeff Nolan, Stephen Hudson, Matthew Shanks, Harley Steed, Dave Campbell, Daniel Hunt, Lee Breen, Scott Madden, Reed Alfred, Philip Pridden, Ryan Maggs, good on you, Luke, Thomas Parsons, Kyle Ashton Hay, Brett Clissold, Michael Sims, David Portelli, Lee Gert Kangro, and Caleb O'Dwyer. Our finishers in Class 2 bikes. And for the trophy presentation, all sub 4 hours these times, as you'd expect. In third place, all on KTM 500s. In third place in a time of 3 hours and 52 minutes and 11 seconds from Alice Springs, number 299, David Walsh.
Just quickly, just like to thank Mum and Dad. Have that, Turnbull.
In second place, a time of 3 hours, 49 minutes and 42 seconds, from Birkin, New South Wales, number 2, Ty Simmons. He has done it again. And our champion in Class 2 bikes, 3 hours, 46 minutes and 55 seconds, What more can you say? Number 1, Toby Price.
I think you guys are pretty glad these boys aren't talking at the moment. But
Talking about you, not to you.
a big thanks to the KDM team over here. They definitely put a lot of support in us 3 boys and making sure we get the job done properly, especially Colin Ross from North Star Pastoral. I got it right this time. Sorry, mate. Last year I was probably in the same state as Ty, so couldn't quite get it out last year. But big thanks to Greenie from GDR Suspension. Yeah, bro, nice work. Our 3 bikes handle unreal down there, and yeah, we're definitely pushing our limits and we're getting quicker and quicker. So Greenie's doing the job right. Platinum Inc. And also Joe. Sorry, Blizzard, but her cooking's a little bit better. I still love you, Gary, don't worry. You're going to gang up with me, Bo, aren't you? No, and also I just want to thank Michelin Tyres, Red Bull Australia, Mitsubishi Australia, Bell Helmets, GoPro, 100% goggles, Alpine Stars. Also had my team boss from Austria here, Alex. Yeah, I kind of made sure I had to put the throttle on this time, and when the big boss is here watching me, and also Leesky keeping an eye on me as well. So, appreciate it for coming over, mate. I hope you had a great time, and I'm sure Leesky made it very entertaining at the fuel stops for you, trying to blow everything up possible. It was in his reach. And then also, yeah, here we've just got Pirate Pete. He's been pretty much all around the world. He's with SMA Australia. I've just become an ambassador for this company or this disease, and yeah, please jump on board with it. Please get on the website smaaustralia.org.au, check it out, and please support this. It's a really great cause, so please help out. Thanks, everyone.
A very orange photo, this one, isn't it? There is too. Well done, fellas. Well done, Ty. Good on you, Walshy. And the Class 1 bikes. Last class for the evening.
Bikes.
For the
Class 1, 250cc and above two-stroke.
last one of the dog spike presentations tonight. Our finishers in Class 1 are number 11. Oops, yeah. Nathan Trigg. Chris Pepiat, Matthew Willerton, Alexander Buchanan, Billy Barry, Russell Benjamin, Matthew Dre, Alan Ramos, Darren Ferrugia, Nick Glass, Glenn Vallander, Mark Goodaham, Justin Telford, Alan Henderson, Matty O'Maggi, Did I get that right? I did. Benjamin Cosgrove, Luke McSwain, Danny Sherwell, Jason Wormsley, and Shane Minoz. They are the Class 1 finishers in the bikes. And the trophy presentation for the Class 1 bikes. Incidentally, all three riding KTM 300s. In third place, 5 hours, 8 minutes and 21 seconds. Bike triple one, Benjamin Russell. In second place, 5 hours and 3 minutes from Alice Springs, number 198, Billy Barry. Well done, Billy. And our champion for 2016 in the Class 1 bikes, the Open two-stroke, a time of 4 hours and 26 minutes from Glenelg, South Australia, number 11, Nathan Trigg.
First of all, just a massive thank you to Craig Saunders. I probably wouldn't be here without him. He's lent me the 300 to ride, and SA Plasterboards, Sunraysia Petroleum, Sunraysia Riverland Refrigeration Service, and just the Mildura crew that come up, helped me pre-run. Everyone that did me fuel stops, and everyone that cooked down the other end. Thank you.
Congratulations, Nathan. Photo time. Well done, fellas. Our podium finishes on the Class 1 bikes, the Open two-stroke. Congratulations. What I have for you now is another highlights clip. Our thanks to AVE and all the competitors that had the in-car cameras. That is some of what you will see on this year's race DVD. Okay, a couple of years ago, or it may have been last year, we introduced top 10 finishers plates for the car section. And we've got them again this year. So I will call out the 10th back to first, and if they could come up here, we'll hand over their plates. Now these numbers aren't used by the they're used in the in the bike section for next year, but felt the car drivers and buggy drivers and trophy trucks have got something for on the wall. In 10th place in the car section, car 91, Jack Rhodes and David Paulino, if they could come up. In 9th place, car 57, Aaron Habe and Wayne Tabe. In 8th place, car 61, Chris Weston and Stuart Bishop. In 7th place, number 401, Steve Sanderson and Darren Boots. In position 6, number 18, Hayden Bentley. In position 5, number 13, Travis Robinson and Paul Curry. Position 4, Greg Gartner and Jamie Jennings. Position 3, have to be a Bentley. Position 3, Bo Robinson and Stephen Kettridge Hall. Position 2, Toby Price and Kyle Fitzner. And in position 1, Glenn Owen and Matthew Ryan. If I can have the top 10 car finishers, they will be up here. We'll get a group photo of you all. As long as it's your guts. That is a good shot of next year's top 20 riders. Congratulations, fellas.